Hey everyone, Rage here, and I have a fun thing I want to talk about. Is that I'm pretty sure 8 days ago I talked about the character Rage. Well, I decided to make a video talking more about him because why not? Well, first up, why don't I get his full name out of the way? Ragenal O'Neal Blocks. Basically, people just call him Rage. Rage. Is that Ragenal, for short term thing. Now like when it comes down to his electrokinesis, he can do many things with it. First up, the typical lightning blast, empowering his punches with it. He can also use it for other things, such as using electromagnetism to manipulate metals. He's also able to absorb electricity and to gain more power. And now where does his power come from? I would say it's not some like godlike power, but that'll be an understatement. Basically, his power comes from this thing that I deemed Exoro. Zoro is basically a powerful elemental being, and these things are so powerful that they can destroy an entire universe with just a twitch of their eye. Yeah, these things are busted. He's complete. Also, it's time to go to some other abilities that he has, such as a little family inherited, basically where he gets access to it, which I can only describe as hammer space. Able to just like absorb items into it. Also, another interesting fact about this infinite space that he has. When he puts an item, it will keep the kinetic energy right. Let's say you throw a rock at him, he will and he absorbs into this hammer space verse. It will then the moment he releases this said item, it will fire out at whatever velocity it was at when it entered. He one time used this to store meteor, and then I decided to make one point where he used it to store meteor, then use it to fire at someone. He's also a very nice, caring person. And before he even starts a fight, he will look his opponent right in the eye and says, "Can we just have a nice, peaceful conversation before this?" And then as the people are trying to attack him, he's like avoiding the hits. Like, come on, let's just talk this out. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Also, in some other things, he's able to form things like blades, whips. Ooh, also another thing that Rage can do with his lightning, he can also use it to track other people's bioelectricity. Basically, he always knows where someone's at. Neat. And now, oh yeah, also some great immunities. He cannot alter. You basically cannot alter his mind in any way. Can enter. You cannot read his memories, alter his memories. Oh, oh yeah, heck, you can't even mind control him. He's like completely immune to that sort of stuff. Also, time manipulation has no effect on him. So yeah, that works. Ooh, and now I know what you're thinking. If Wade's drawing power from this all-powerful Exoro being I was talking about earlier, should what's holding him back exactly? Easy. Basically, he cannot. Basically, I gave you these transformations in order. Basically, the more he transforms, the more power that he can gain from this being. He doesn't gain the full power inside his base form. Here are all the forms I got. His super form, hyper form, god form. god form, and then the Exoro state. Basically, uses 100% of its power. Now, the Exoros are not entirely evil, so to say. The more they are very nice and don't like causing this type of destruction, but they do like fighting strong opponents. So basically, they will still know, but they know they're just very powerful. So they like finding a host inside inside a normal person's body in order to use, and then let them just use a fraction of the power. So they can so while they're technically in the battle, they know it's at least going to be even. Yeah. Also, yep. Also, one of Rage's attacks is Lightning Overdrive. Basically, what he will unleash basically all energy he has at the time, which it can leave him fatigued and damaged a lot, but still, it can still help him out. You can also use it. Also, we can grant him a healing fact, a slight healing factor. Also, ooh, yeah, yeah, it really does help. Ooh, also another thing about him. Basically, Rage is also capable. Alongside his other forms, he gains flight. Ooh, also the Exoro itself can just like move so fast it can transport an entire multiverse within seconds. Yeah, but I know what some of you are thinking. So, what is his backstory? Rages. Oh boy. Well then, why don't we do this now? Mm-mm. First up, Rage's backstory. I won't say it's the most. I'm not gonna. So, okay, here we go. First up, Rage used to live inside I know this is going to sound cliche, a very peaceful village. Ah, with his. With, with. Basically, everyone within this village had a bit. Basically, there was like a huge wall surrounding it from the outside world. Rage never really had any other contact with people outside those walls. So, yeah. Basically, he had his aunt. When it comes down to his family, his biological family, he had an older brother and sister, a mother and father, and his aunt. Ah, now, well, here we go, and the rest of the story. Basically, however, fun fact, his mother used to actually own the Exoro before Rage. So yeah. However, unlike Rage, she mostly relied on the pure power of it rather than working on skills, on fully training it. How, however, there was this other group, another army, basically that wanted this, wanted this power. So they went to, so they decided to go to the village and take it for themselves. However, they were not. However, let's just say, yeah, bringing over, yeah, and let's just say they completely outnumbered this village. Like, if I had to compare it to any sort of thing, hmm, if I had to compare the army difference to something, hmm, basically compare every, basically if every animal and insect on Earth, compare every animal and insect on Earth to people. That's the biggest. Yeah. Let's just say it was a mass slaughter. Yep, Rage was four. Here's the thing, Rage was old enough to know what was going on as well, so he literally had to watch his mother, father, and aunt die. Good news is his siblings did survive. Bad news is, from Wade's perspective, he saw them die. He saw them die. It looked like they died in his perspective. So yeah, you could. Oh, fun fact! This was actually his first ever contact with humans outside the wall. It sounds like I just explained an anime antagonist's backstory. Oopsies. So yeah. So ah, Rage then start. So Rage started wandering. So after that, Rage was lucky enough to survive, but with no home to go back to because the village was burnt to the ground. So Rage wandered away, hope maybe to find it somewhere that he can call home again. So yeah, it's like the backstory. Yeah. I have no idea why I gave this kind kind person such a tragic backstory. Being forced to just watch everyone you know and love that's like die in front of you, man, and you remember it vividly. At least a lot of other anime characters get the courtesy of not having to watch it or not. Well, if you want me to just make a follow up video explaining more about Rage, I guess tell me in the comments and well, I guess this is where we're gonna start. If you want me to explain more about Rage. Well, here we go. Bye.